Hey, this is Barry with the Barry and Holly Morning Show on WQSB. You can get behind-the-scenes chat, exclusive giveaways, and more content from us.
Hey, if you love the podcast, join us live every morning from 6 to 9 on the WQSB Facebook page. Turn your backyard into the ultimate oasis with Martinez Pools. From custom pools to beautiful landscapes, outdoor kitchens, and even putting greens, we make your home the place everyone wants to be. Start building your dream today with Martinez Pools.
Join Emblem Credit Union today. If you live, work, or attend school in Cherokee, Calhoun, Etowah, DeKalb, or Marshall counties, you can be a member. Plus, we cover the membership fee to ensure a seamless and cost-free experience. Learn more at emblemcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Back to our program of cheery daytime tunes.
Fasten your seatbelt. It's going to be a bumpy ride.
Arise and awaken.
It's time to rise and shine and get your morning started with Alabama's award-winning morning show.
Hello, listener.
Good morning. Good morning to you.
Broadcasting live from high atop Alabama's beautiful Sand Mountain.
Do you remember when it was September?
Please welcome your hosts, Barry.
How dare you break wind before me?
I'm sorry, baby. I didn't know it was your turn.
They spice it up and they make life not boring.
And Holly.
I'm excited and I feel relaxed and I'm ready to party.
Help is on the way.
I love them. I take them everywhere.
WQSB, good morning.
Good
It's
morning.
not September, not even close to September, but I just like the song.
Do you know whose birthday that is? Do you happen to know whose birthday that is?
It's my daughter,
Yeah.
which is crazy.
Did you sing that to her when she was born?
I don't sing, but I played it for her.
You don't even sing to your kids?
No.
What?
I don't want to scare them.
Why?
I don't want them to be traumatized at a young age.
Oh, they don't start thinking that
Yeah.
till they're like 10.
Then they really get to know you.
Well,
then
yeah.
that's when they parents traumatize them.
What age do you think that begins? Because for Harlow, it has. Even for Mayor, she says, "Mama, you're cringe." I used to be the coolest mom
Yeah.
ever. And I still am considered the cool mom because I'm like the house, you know? All the friends in the area come to my house. I'm the house. Whose house was it when you were young?
Didn't have like houses like you have houses
we
right
did.
next right next door.
No.
Us, we had to travel like half a mile to find another house.
No, even when I was young, there would be one friend that all the other friends would gather to their house. Tabitha Holter.
Oh.
Shout out Tabitha because she sent me.
It was her house.
Yeah, I did Tabitha's house. I'm not going to tell you everything I did there, but I'll tell you. No. I can't. My daddy listens.
It's not been long enough yet.
It's got to be 50 years before that's
you can
declassified.
still be tried for these, these crimes.
But that was where we all went, was to her house. So there was a gathering place. You didn't have one?
We didn't have one. We gathered in the parking lot in downtown Crossville.
Oh,
we didn't have a house.
We went to houses.
We didn't have a house. None of us lived close to each other. In Crossville, you live miles apart.
When I was 16, 17, 18, they didn't let us. I know it's not called parking because parking means something else, right?
Yeah, there's two forms of parking. You park where you make out.
This is a social park.
But social park is when everybody just pulls into the parking lot.
Are you sure it's called that? I don't want to be made fun of all morning.
Well, we didn't call it parking. We just go sit out. We just
gathering.
We didn't call it a gathering.
When
no,
I
you don't
was
call it a gathering.
When I was 16 and 17.
It's like something you do at a funeral.
So am I cringe?
By saying gathering, Al.
I'm sorry.
We just hung out in the parking lot.
Okay, well, when we tried to hang out in parking lots, we always got kicked off.
The police,
Yeah,
I get it.
Get scoot, like Kmart.
Well, at Crossville, there's nothing else to do. You have a parking lot, you go sit and play music and throw football, throw the frisbee, and just make fun of each other.
Well, in 2006, we didn't have a Hobby Lobby, and there was a Kmart, okay? So.
Gotcha.
I don't know.
Hey, I do know this. This reminds me of something I saw last night.
Yeah.
2,000 American parents were surveyed with kids under 13, which you're in this. And they said that the age 3.5 is the most challenging age to take a kid on a road trip.
Yeah.
About 3.5.
Absolutely. Yeah, because they're out of diapers, most likely, or need them. I've had some friends that have had some late bloomers, so I'm not going to judge you. But you're most of the time out of diapers.
Sure.
And they have a short potty warning.
Yeah.
Very short potty warning. And I actually rode around with a portable toilet in my Jeep because I have 2 little girls.
Yeah, I get it.
And there's been times I couldn't find can't stop. You know?
Well, the number one reason people were in the survey said that this is a tough age, that at 3.5 they get bored easily. It's hard to find something to keep their attention. They're not quite there yet with maybe the games on the phones, and that some of them are not quite understanding it yet. Mm-hmm. And it says that's that age, and they throw more tantrums. Mm-hmm. When they don't get what they want is around 3.5.
They always say I forgot to go live.
Yeah.
They always say terrible 2s, but it's terrible 3s.
Yeah. That area.
It really is. Yeah. It is a terrifying 3s.
Yeah.
It's horrible.
What's the longest amount of time you say that you should be in the car with a kid? On the surveys, they said a 7-hour limit is the maximum.
30 minutes.
30-minute road trip?
I swear to you, that's all I could handle.
Yeah.
With crying and screaming and tantrums.
I know. Well, here's some tips. They say to reduce stress, rely on snacks, preloaded movies, and toys. And they say that age 6 is the easiest for the road trips.
Okay, well,
age 6.
Don't rely on snacks when you're driving.
No.
Red flag.
Yeah, because then they can choke on a
Don't be shoving cheese curls down his throat to hush him up.
A cheese that get it turned sideways.
Mama.
Go down his goozle.
I got a combo stuck in my goozle.
Help. And I'm bored.
And I'm bored.
And I'm about to throw a tantrum. There's nothing you can do about it. Yeah. But anyway.
But I do agree with it, though.
Yeah.
I do. Can you hear that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I do think that 3 is the hardest. I think that 2 is leading up to.
It's getting there.
But then 3 is like, it's like when you're at the peak of the mountain.
Ooh, that's a tough thing.
And then it's like, it gets awesome for a little while. So it's so cool. They're so cool. And then they get too cool for you.
They don't even want you in the car.
I know.
And they want to drive.
But they want me to take them to the park.
And they're only 11.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. To get to the park, you're not allowed to come near them.
No. Harlow's like, Mama, don't you think it's time to let me stay home by myself?
No.
She's like, don't you need to go to the store, Mama? Don't you want some Chick-fil-A, Mama?
Don't you want to get a job, kid?
I did. So she did. You know what it is?
What?
Making bracelets.
There you go.
Guess how much money she's made?
How much?
$3.
That's a start.
She's been doing it for about 2 months now.
That's an average show here on the radio. Yeah, average.
I know.
Hey, waking up to some rain, but here's good news. Once this little band gets out of here, you're done for a few days. And there's heavy rainfall right now in DeKalb County, near Collinsville, also on the Etowah County, DeKalb County line. Gadsden, you're seeing heavy rainfall, Reese City. Boaz, Albertville, rain's almost gone. We had some heavy rain here a few minutes ago. But it gets better. Later today is going to be mostly sunny with a high of about 84 later on today.
How'd you know?
Other things going on. Yeah, we're in the double digits. June 10th. Here we are, Tuesday, June 10th. What's going on today?
Today is National Ballpoint Pen Day.
I take it there's nothing else that's happened on this day to be worthy of taking the place of the ballpoint pen.
Yeah, we asked for feedback from you guys because we love to know what you think about the show. And what are you looking at?
Is this a ballpoint pen?
I don't know.
Okay.
At one point, I asked what you guys liked, and one man answered, "We always listen to National whatever day it is, and then try to incorporate that for dinner." So I would love to know how you're going to incorporate
a ballpoint pen
National Ballpoint Pen Day at dinner.
Because we looked for food choices, and one of them was National Iced Tea Day, which we had National Tea Day just a few days ago. Now they've got National Iced Tea Day.
Yeah.
We've already covered the tea.
We've already done that.
We already know tea.
83% of Americans will use a ballpoint pen every day.
Yep.
That's it, I guess.
Every day.
It's a pen.
Every day.
Average Americans will use 39 different pens each year.
We wouldn't use that many if they quit stealing them here in the control room.
That is me.
It's you?
I'm the problem.
You got them at home?
I've got them at my desk.
Ah, you're the one.
And at the timeout clock, and in the conference room.
You will be in timeout.
And at Drew's desk. Oh. And then I go to Chandler's desk and get one. And sometimes I pick at Ted's desk.
Yeah.
Ted's got a big collection.
He has neat pens.
He doesn't. Yes, he has the best
Neat.
pens. Gel.
He cleans them every day after he uses them.
He's got that big fat glide. You know what I mean? It just glides right across that
he
paper,
gets a
baby.
little baby wipe and cleans his pens every day.
How sweet.
He is.
35% of Americans admit to chewing on their pens.
Yeah.
I used to do that.
I know.
Especially, do you remember the pens with the blue cap?
Yeah, the
Put
cap
some
part
music
of
on.
it. Okay, the cap part of it there.
Yeah. I used to eat that little cap.
Yeah.
I'd chew it up at
I'm
school.
with you. I did too.
Would you chew your friends?
No.
I did.
No, because I don't know where their
I did.
ballpoint pen handling hands have been.
I didn't care.
I do.
I don't care where that ballpoint's been.
That's why you got a toothache.
Probably.
Yeah.
You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes, I guess. Most of the time when a person gets a new ballpoint pen, they test it out by writing their name.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I just scribble. I wonder what that says about me.
You scribble instead of your name?
Yeah, I
don't
just
know.
like
Means
scribble.
you're still trying to find out who you are.
Who am
That's
I?
what it says.
Yeah.
Who is Holly?
I don't know.
a ballpoint
Maybe
pen chewer.
ChatGPT will tell me when it comes back up.
Oh, a little heads up. But luckily, there's no school today
Yeah.
because the ChatGPT has crashed.
It is down.
I think some other computer/Android came in there and probably just melted it down with a laser.
Yeah, and then when I tried it again, it went red and said too many concurrent requests.
Too many people's relying on it.
Yep, but it's completely down right now. Here's you a little something extra. 2025 survey says the 5 best fast food French fries, and these are ranked by foodies. Number 5, Burger King. 1 out of 10 rank
If
it.
I go to Burger King, I want their onion rings. I never eat their French fries.
Oh yeah. Number 4, Arby's curly fries.
Love those.
Number 3, Five Guys.
Those are
They give you a
good.
whole bag full.
They give you a lot of French
Yeah,
fries.
those be like a whole family of 7.
Yeah.
Number 2, Wendy's.
They do have good French fries.
And coming in at number 1, as always,
Yeah.
they gotta be hot and fresh out the
Gotta
fryer. McDonald's.
Yeah, because the other day we got some and it sat on the table for a little bit. Whatever got me another one. This is like, where did the goodness go from this French fry?
When?
It tasted so good like 30 minutes ago. When you got McDonald's or something, there was like a whole bag of food and stuff, and
I don't remember getting McDonald's.
you did.
For
I
the
brought it.
girls? Oh, were the girls there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I brought it.
Because I don't eat McDonald's often.
Yeah, and even like the Chick-fil-A, even their waffle fries are good, but not when they get cold.
No fries are good when they're cold.
No.
Bear, you don't eat cold potatoes.
I know.
What kind of person are you? Are you a psychopath? Nobody's sitting around eating cold French fries.
You are when you're poor.
No. You find a microwave, you pop those babies in.
It just don't have the same taste, though.
Well, then you come over and you can borrow my air
Yeah.
fryer.
All right, fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, what's your favorite French fry of any fast food restaurant?
If the McDonald's are hot and fresh, if not, I like I like Zaxby's, the little seasoning they put on there.
Don't get them to go though.
Yeah, Jack's. And why is it Jack's? Some French fries have it, some French fries don't have the little seasoning on them.
I don't know. Do you
Why
know?
don't they be consistent?
I don't know. Do you know what my favorite fry
What?
is? Number 1, a sweet potato fry is my
Really?
favorite. Yeah, that's my favorite French fry of all time. Sweet potatoes. Number 2, those fries from like Checkers, and they're kind of seasoned.
Those are
like-
good.
Yeah, I like those.
Yeah.
Here's something to think about. I've been thinking about this. How many vampires have been hit by a car by people who back up and only use their rear view mirror? They don't actually look.
Well, that makes sense because they wouldn't actually show up in the mirror. Vampires can't see the reflection.
That's what I'm saying. Like, how
That
do they
is
know?
crazy. We may
How
have
many of
killed
them-
a whole bunch of them, a
You
whole
think
clan.
you ran over a tree stump, but really,
You heard that bump and thought, okay, I hit a pine cone.
Thank
No,
you.
it was a vampire.
down one.
Wow.
Yeah.
I never thought about that.
Yeah,
Good point.
there you go.
Think about that at 6:21.
Barry and Holly on Alabama's Country Giant, WQSB.
Since you've been gone, another study done. We talked about ChatGPT. Here's another one dealing with computers and AI, artificial intelligence. And I believe this too. What about it? The study from the University of Maine.
Okay, it says that the University of Maine compared AI-generated responses to medical questions answered by human doctors, AI consistently scored higher in accuracy and professionalism than what the kids, actual people?
The actual doctors.
The actual doctors.
Real people.
Oh, the already doctors.
Yeah.
So
they compared this to if you ask a question like, sometimes you Google your symptoms.
Like, what is the sneezing, coughing, sore ears?
The study they did said that the AI-generated responses to medical questions were more accurate than the ones from human doctors, and they scored higher in accuracy and professionalism. The only difference is the AI falls short in emotional connection and empathy. Well, it's a computer. It has no feelings. It's not going to be able to sit there and talk you through this and help you through this. That's where the doctors will always, it's like, say, radio people. I think live people, like doing a show like this, you're going to have an edge over a computer-generated voice doing a radio show because we care about our listeners. Computers don't care.
What y'all don't know is that some of the radio stations you listen to and they're having a talk show, that is not actual people.
No.
That is ran through AI.
It is.
And they don't have to employ anybody. So that's what's scary about our future because AI, it helps us, but it also hinders us because it could be its own DJ.
Yeah.
And the company owner doesn't have to pay an internet DJ.
Some stations are returning to this.
I know, it's scary. But they will never have the creative edge that we have inside of our brains because even though they can think of these really smart things, what they're doing is thinking like for the masses. So you've got to think for like a smaller crowd. You know what I think? Like, or, you know what I mean? Like your audience, your target audience, what you need.
Yeah. We try to appeal to everybody, not just one certain group.
And I also don't trust. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was going to say, and going back to the doctor thing here.
They're pushing medicines. And this is fattening everybody's pockets.
Well, these chat GPT and AI, one's answering your questions. Okay, it's a computer. They should get it right.
Yeah, and they're going to say, wow, you need this medicine, this medicine, this medicine. And your pharmacy is going to say, which I love my pharmacy, but they're going to say, thank you, ching, cha-ching.
Yeah.
And the insurance is going to say, ching, cha-ching. And the doctor's office is going to say, ching.
Yeah, but the thing where a doctor is sitting there talking to you because you've had procedures, and I've had one like a year ago. I can imagine me going in for my shoulder surgery, and there's a computer sitting there talking to me and explaining it to me. I just wouldn't have a good feeling, even though I know it's going to be done probably right. I still want a human doing my surgery and explaining to me what's going to happen and what's going to be coming down the road for you.
In the medical field, though, sometimes a robot is better than a surgeon. Like in the medical field with surgery, there's not as many nips and nicks. In like, let's say you have a perforated bowel.
Oh, my goodness.
Death. Or an ostomy bag or something, something else horrible.
Sure.
But I have friends that have had the doctor got it a little too deep with the scalpel.
That's true.
I don't know, but how does a computer know what kind of pressure to apply where?
Also, like when you go in for like a regular examination, do you want you go in for the entire physical?
Yeah.
Like, please bend over the table, and he pops on the glove, and do you want a human doing it, or do you want some little C-3PO R2-D2 robot running up behind you?
Barry, who's doing that to you? Where are you going?
A friend.
No. No, don't let people do that to you. There's no reason
what I'm saying
for it.
is, if this is what they're saying is computers and these robots will take places of humans, would you want that? You going in for a regular examination, they put you on the rack, the full examination. You want a human, or do you want a robot rolling up over there?
I want a human.
I'm going to be picturing like Terminator, Arnold Schwarzenegger there. He suddenly blows a bolt out his ear. Then he pulls out a laser and slices me in two.
It's probably going to be like an iPad, and you put your symptoms in. Like you would touch your head.
Oh, I thought you meant I have to set on an
iPad. Why would you have to do that? No.
They do the full checkup.
You are getting too physical. They're not doing anything physical.
Someday they're going to, if they're saying that they're taking over, they got to do that too.
But listen.
Yeah.
They got
to check everything.
Okay. I'd be okay with a robot.
You'd want a robot doing that?
Yes.
What if the robot gets carried away? Goes too far.
They don't. I don't
You'd be
do-
singing Moon River at a higher, on the high note then.
Hey, like Audrey
The Moon
Hepburn.
River is like,
Moon River.
really hit that high note. You never saw the movie Pledge with Chevy Chase when he was getting examined?
Yeah. I feel like as a woman, I know what it's like to have annual exams,
Sure.
and
Men do too. There's
I
certain
know.
exams
Yes,
you're supposed to get.
Yeah, y'all don't do it.
Turn your head and cough.
Do you do it?
Not lately.
Okay, well, we have
Used to when you're in school, you had to turn your head and cough. They have that test done
I
before
wonder
you
if
play
they still
sports.
do that.
Why?
Anyway, I don't know.
I didn't know, so I
don't
coughed
know.
right in your
I don't
face.
know. This is we got to move on
'Cause you got your
this
hand
is
where it
no. This
shouldn't
is
be.
gray area.
Okay.
Then I wouldn't mind if there would be a way to work. But here's the thing: I don't want to lose Dr. Justice.
True.
Hey, I don't want to lose my doctor.
See?
So I would probably rather prefer if there was a way I could do an exam and a computer help like easily.
Yeah.
But I want Dr. Justice because I want somebody to tell me, hey, we're going to be okay.
River. There it was.
There it was.
There it is. All right, we'll move on at 6:36.
WQSB Mornings with Barry and Holly.
You ready for a little trivia for you?
Yes.
On this day, number one song, 1978, way before your time, but this song is still around today. I would say still a classic, wouldn't you say?
If I know it, do I get a treat?
You do. What would you like?
Lunch.
Okay, name this song.
They say I'm crazy, but I have a good time.
Oh, he's about to say it.
Life's been good to me. Yeah.
I'm just
No, he's not. For clues at the scene of the crime. Life's been good to me so long.
Would you consider this a classic?
Yes.
What makes a song a classic, would you say, in your mind?
It withholds time.
Okay, this one from 78, that's been over 50 years. No, almost 50 years. Almost 50 years. Joe Walsh, Life's Been Good, number one in 78.
Well, when you're still kicking around 40 years later,
Yeah.
or 50. Oh, it's almost 50 years
It is,
ago.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's a
But
good song.
this one has good music, like the beginning of it, the guitar.
There's something weird about this, but go ahead, I'll tell you about
Like,
it.
here's the beginning of it, this little drum. But when you hear this,
You know it.
you know what song it is.
We need to do a show intro.
That one?
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
Barry and Holly.
This could be a new intro.
Do it.
But that's a good song. Joe Walsh,
I'm
Life's
writing
Been
that
Good.
down.
Yeah.
I love that. So you know where he got that beat from?
Where?
It's inspired from Bob Marley.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's got like a reggae type beat to it. He said that his time with the Eagles, he loved reggae music, and he didn't get a chance to express it like he wanted to, I guess. So when he broke off on his own, and he hung out with wild people like
He was wild.
John Belushi was his best friend. Yeah, he was wild, but he wasn't wild. John Belushi and Keith Moon. Do you remember him?
Yeah.
The drummer from The Who.
Yeah.
He and John Belushi and Joe Walsh would take chainsaws to hotel rooms.
Man, what makes you think of doing that? Why?
Because they've got the money to pay for it. They don't care.
But look at the history of who he was friends with, and they all died. So he's
Drugs,
lucky to still be
yes.
around.
I know. When did Keith Moon die?
I don't know.
I remember when John Belushi died, but I don't remember when Keith
Don't
Moon.
know the year, but
Keith was crazy.
a whole group of them were.
Yeah. But I think Keith Moon and Joe Walsh were the ringleaders of the whole gang,
Could be.
of the whole group. But that's a good song.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, other stuff going on real quick. Starting tomorrow, we're giving away something very nice. Johnson's Giant Food, they're celebrating their 50th anniversary with a big 4-day sale kicks off tomorrow. And we have $50 gift cards from Johnson's to give away starting tomorrow.
Yes, we do.
Just
And
handing out gift cards.
I know that you're out there needing $50 worth of groceries.
I do.
I know you do.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
You do.
Yeah, so
We
be
all do.
listening tomorrow, starting tomorrow, your chance to win those. And we're going to broadcast live. They're coming up this Friday from 3 till 5, and we'll give away more at the store coming up on Friday. So, yeah, there's many ways to win. All right, 646.
Mornings with Barry and Holly here on Alabama's country giant WQSB.
Join Emblem Credit Union today. If you live, work, or attend school in Cherokee, Calhoun, Etowah, DeKalb, or Marshall counties, you can be a member. Plus, we cover the membership fee to ensure a seamless and cost-free experience. Learn more at emblemcu.com. Federally insured by the NCUA.
Turn your backyard into the ultimate oasis with Martinez Pools. From custom pools to beautiful landscapes, outdoor kitchens, and even putting greens, we make your home the place everyone wants to be. Start building your dream today with Martinez Pools.
Next hour, your chance to play Which Rear End Is That? Your chance to win a pair of tickets here on WQSB. Other stuff going on. As far as entertainment news, playing some good music from Joe Walsh a few minutes ago. Unfortunately, a gentleman who gave us a lot of good music. You may not realize some of the songs he gave us, but he's passed away.
Sly Stone. He was with the soul group Sly and the Family Stone.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
He died on Monday at the age of 82. His cause of death was due to a prolonged battle with COPD and underlying health issues.
Yeah, now here's
So
some of the
sad.
songs he had. That was a good song, Everyday People. And then one of his biggest ones was this one. You know, seriously, this is one of the longest song titles in the history of music. Because look it up. Thank you for letting me. It's all one word. The way they spelled
Really?
it. Look it up. That's the way they spelled it on the album.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I do know that they use a lot of their songs in commercials.
You are correct.
They
you
are
can still
a
hear
commercial
them a
group.
lot. So,
Yep.
so unfortunately, Sly Stone of Sly and the Family Stone passed away.
He's gone.
Had some good music.
Goner, yeah.
Yep.
The trailer for Wicked for Good has 113 million times, and it has been viewed 113 million times.
That's a lot.
In the first 24 hours.
That's more than the
Original
first
Wicked
movie
trailer.
that came out
Yes.
a few months ago.
Yes, and that was huge. The response on Wicked was scary, kind of.
So, did you finally saw Wicked? Did you like it?
I did. I liked it. My mom, me and Mom watched it together.
Yeah.
Mom was not impressed. She didn't like it.
You gonna watch the new one?
Yeah.
This fall around Christmas.
Yeah.
It'll be the big movie at Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go watch it. Yeah. Mr. Beast. Do you know him?
I do know Mr. Beast.
I don't know who. I know who he is, like his face.
Yeah.
And I know he's on YouTube, but that's the extent of what I know.
The guy, I don't know how he got all of his
It's like
money,
I
but
think gaming, like
yeah,
streaming.
but he became one of the richest people in the world just
Yeah.
by internet stuff.
I think because he was streaming or whatever. I
Yeah.
don't know. Streaming games, whatever. I don't know. Anyway, he rented out Disneyland for $500,000 for a private date night, and he shared a video.
Okay, so they shut down Disneyland for him and his date.
And
some
you might
friends.
think to yourself, what does that cost a person to shut down all of Disneyland to celebrate date night with my loved one? Well, it costs you $500,000, $500,000.
Here's what really stinks. He paid $500,000 to be shut down, but he still had to buy his own food. That's where they got him. That's where they really stuck it to the man. Yeah. He still had to pay $20 for a Coke.
Yeah.
So, I'm sorry, but sorry, Mr. Beast.
Yep, you're still paying $50 for that ice cream, buddy.
Yes, you are. Yeah, it's $6.55.
Barry and Holly on Alabama's country giant WQSB.
Cloudy morning, rain. There's some heavy rainfall in Cherokee County around Center and Cedar Bluff. When this little band gets out of here, it's going to be dry the rest of the day. It's going to be a mostly sunny afternoon, beautiful day, high of 84. Tomorrow looks good. Thursday, slight chance, then a good chance coming in for the weekend. Hey, we were talking about Disney World earlier, and I read something last night. I looked it up and said, I'd never heard this before.
Okay.
It's kind of behind the scenes of Disney World, Disneyland. It says a policy. They have a policy that all the costumes, the characters inside a costume, they have a rule. And the rule is that when a little kid runs up to you and hugs you, you may not let go until they let go first.
Yes.
That way they feel like they are satisfied and got a hug from their favorite character without being kind of pushed or moved away.
Yes.
I like that.
They don't touch you unless you touch first.
Yes.
And
when you hug, the kid hugs them.
And they keep hugging. Oh, that makes me want to cry.
You just hang on until the hug is over. I like that. That's a good idea.
Some kids need that.
They
too.
do. And so the thinking is, if you were the character, kind of push a little bit and separate.
It make you feel
the
rejected.
kid goes,
yeah.
oh, wait a minute, I'm not through yet.
Yeah. We should think about that
Yeah.
in everyday life, because think about these kids, like you think, I really hope it's a kid that needs it.
Yep.
Guess what?
Mm-hmm.
Logically, those kids don't get to go to Disney World or Disneyland.
True.
So these kids may need you to give them those extra long hugs and not let go first, but go ahead with your story.
See? No, that was it.
Was that
I just
it?
thought that was neat.
Yeah, it is.
I'd never heard that before.
Will told us that.
But somebody was looking at
Well, he told me. I don't know if you were listening, but he told me because Reese held on to Mickey. I think you were actually on a call.
I don't remember yet.
And he said Reese held on to Mickey, and they can't let go until the child does.
I like that.
I do too.
That's a good policy.
But we can do that. Like, we can do that for our children.
Yeah.
We have kids that come up here, and
Sure do.
I think I'm gonna adopt that for the rest of my life.
That's a good policy to have.
I'm going to.
Now, please
Unless
keep in
you're a
mind,
grown man over the age of 20,
then that's not going to.
we ain't doing. No, we ain't hugging.
First,
no,
I'm going to separate
no,
and then
done. Back. Yeah.
kick you in the jewels and mace you.
Why? You don't have to do it like that.
Got to.
Why?
That's the only way to stop
It's
them.
just a hug.
It's the only way you can stop them. Hey, here's something. Speaking of policies, Red Lobster, they're making a comeback. They filed bankruptcy and shut down a bunch of them. Okay, here's their thinking.
Okay.
They released a commercial. It's the CEO telling them that they're about to really make a comeback, and they have an idea of what one item is going to bring Red Lobster back. It's Hush Puppies.
Hush Puppies.
Check this out.
Hi, I'm Demola, CEO of Red Lobster. It's a new day, and we're making changes we think you'll be happy with. For starters, we're bringing back some fan favorites.
Hush Puppies.
Yep, they're back.
Okay, so here they are trying to save the company, bring them back, and their idea is Hush Puppies. That's the answer. I didn't realize, I don't go enough to even know that they quit handing them out. But you're telling me that this company who went basically under, you're going to bring it back up from the sea
You're going to give something for free?
by, I'm sure they're going to put it in the bill somewhere.
You're going to lose income?
You're going to find that somewhere in the bill, but they're bringing Hush Puppies back.
Do you think they need a tax write-off, maybe?
I don't know. You think genius idea. They're in that meeting when they're trying, okay, we got to bring Red
All
Lobster
right,
back.
guys, we're back here again.
We're going to cut the shrimp scampi price down $1. We're going to do that. And hey, what have you got over there, Carl?
No more endless shrimp. Don't
Yeah,
say it again,
don't
Carl.
do that,
We're
no.
not doing that.
almost
Do you have
killed
any
us.
other ideas?
I'll hit you with a Cheddar Bay biscuit
Yeah.
if you open your mouth again,
He
Carl.
says, I got 2 words for you.
Yeah.
Free Hush Puppies.
And Hush Puppies could actually be 2 words, so I may have 3 for you.
Well,
then
it
that's when the
depends on
fight
who's
broke
typing.
out in
Yeah,
the meeting
2
room,
or
and
3.
the 2 or 3 words. But really, and
Is it 2 words?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I
think
did.
it's 2. I
But
think it's
regardless, okay, their
I
idea
feel kind of
to
dumb because that is 2 words. I'm sorry. I have 3 words for you.
him.
Yeah.
See, that's why they're having problems. Even Carl just said it's 2 words. It's even that they can't even
He
get
can't even count.
good management in there. They can't even count words.
That's
and Hush
Carl's words,
Puppies.
not
Hush
mine.
Puppies. Yeah, so you're telling me of all the things you can do. Hey, here's an idea. Why don't you drop your prices a little bit, maybe a lot of bit? Because their other big push was, and now we have new items on the 20 and under menu. How about everything on the 20 and under menu? If you want me to come back, drop everything under $20.
I can't afford that.
I can't either. I can't afford Red Lobster. I don't care if you're giving me 50 Hush Puppies. And I didn't know they got rid of them. And I asked
I
you the
didn't
other
know they
question.
ever had them to begin with.
I don't remember. I was always too busy eating their biscuits.
And how did they get their name?
I didn't ask you.
You did some research.
How did Hush Puppies get their name?
Tell me.
And it honestly says that they're not real sure where the name come from. The most common story is that cooks would fry up some cornmeal batter and feed it to dogs to keep them quiet. This is true. Especially during fishing expeditions or outdoor cooking gatherings. And there's another theory that says you go back to the Civil War, true story, and they said that Confederate soldiers during the war who fried cornmeal cakes, they would toss them to their dogs to quiet them when they heard Union soldiers approaching. That's another theory.
Okay.
But regardless, they say it was mainly to feed to dogs, to shut them up, to hush them. Hush puppies.
Okay.
We could have had that phrase totally different if we had done like what my daddy said.
What's in the middle?
He wouldn't tell them to hush.
Oh, I know.
Shut the blank up.
Oh, my goodness.
We could have had those puppies.
I just said it in my head.
Imagine
that's
going,
fun to say. It's a lot of fun to say.
Imagine going to Red Lobster. You had like
with your pastor.
Yeah.
Hey, Pastor John,
yeah,
you want to go to Red Lobster?
Yeah, I want the shrimp scampi and a salad. And could you give me a basket of the shut the blank up puppies? Sure, coming right up, sir.
Yeah.
But we got rid of those, didn't you? I didn't know, Carl. Carl's did it.
I mean.
But anyways, they're coming back.
That's great. But I didn't know they even had it.
I was supposed to save the company.
All right, we'll see how it does.
All right, 766.
WQSB, Mornings with Barry and Holly.
Hey, there's many ways to win these, but how about this? Okay, now, Doug the dog, you took Doug to the SMPA, like the little dog park back a few months ago.
Yeah.
He loved it, loved it, loved it. When dogs go to dog parks, you would think they go there to run, play, and to bark. What do you think? How fun.
No, not for my dog.
He don't bark?
No, he just pees on everything.
Oh, okay.
He's there to pee.
Yeah.
He's there to mark.
Okay, well, what would you do if he barked and you suddenly got a ticket?
What?
In Montreal, people are mad. Pet owners in Montreal, there's a park there. It's a dog park. Not just a park, but a dog park.
A dog park.
They now have a no barking sign put up and said that you will be fined if your dog abuses the barking.
No.
People are mad. Why wouldn't you be mad? It's a dog park.
They're dogs, number one.
It's not a human park. If it's a human park, I could see maybe a hush your dog, but it's a hush puppy. But it's a dog park. Dogs bark.
Okay, you're at a designated area where this animal is welcomed and should be, but the animal is not welcomed to behave like the animal it is.
Exactly.
Okay, I don't understand. What about instincts? Like, what are you?
A squirrel runs by.
No, Doug.
Stop
don't you
barking.
bark. Don't. If you bark one more time,
we're going home.
I'm going to take you home.
That will confuse the dog.
I know. My dad told me one time.
Yeah.
Never get onto a dog for barking when you think that somebody might be approaching your house or coming into your
when
house.
He's barking at the door.
He says, let him, because what if in the middle of the night he hears a little jingle jangle?
Somebody trying to break in.
Which please don't. I'm so helpless.
And he's been scolded about barking.
Yeah, he's been scolded. He don't want to get in trouble.
That's a good point.
For barking. So, I don't know. I'm not for this. I don't think that's a good move.
Stupid.
Where is this at? Montreal?
There's a
Canada?
park. People are mad, yeah.
Nobody gets mad in Canada.
You could get a $250 fine if your dog continues to bark and you've been warned to make it stop.
I wouldn't go to the park because what?
I would never go back.
That's like saying,
don't let it poop.
I'll keep your baby, but if it cries,
I'm
putting it outside. Okay?
Yeah.
I'm just going to put the baby outside on the porch.
Exactly.
Which is kind of how I feel, but you don't say it. No.
And you don't take a dog to the dog park expecting it not to bark.
No.
It's a dog.
It's a dog.
It's having fun. It's just doing dog stuff.
Let it do dog things.
Like you tell it not to pee on a tree. It's going to pee on that tree.
Yeah.
You tell it not to scooch across the grass. It's going to scooch. What?
Scooching.
Yeah.
That made me so mad.
Scooching?
Yeah.
Well, they've got to get rid of it somehow.
They just making a mess. Like,
they've got to release the dingleberry somehow.
How did they know to?
That's all they know. So I don't know. How do they learn to do that?
The instinct, man.
Just like they were born. They learned to bark, they learned to pee, and they learned to scooch. That's the three things they learned. It's 740.
Barry and Holly on Alabama's Country Giant, WQSB. So serious.
All right, time to bring in Will once again. Welcome back, Will.
Just bringing in the drama every day, don't I?
Will, you're so tan.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. It could be worse.
Did Ariel get her a little tan on?
She got a little bit, yeah.
What about Reese?
He did, which we're kind of helicopter parents when it comes to kids at the beach.
I'm too.
Lather them up, put them under the shade.
Long sleeves.
Yeah, he really wasn't a fan of the water. He was more of the fan of the sand.
Oh, yeah.
So, but you have some of those kids that are can't get them out of the water, and then you have some that don't want to go into the water. He was one that didn't want to go in.
Right now is Reese is about 1.5 years old. Is he? Well, I guess
he's 2.
He's 2. Wow.
I know it goes by.
Does he stress you out? Like, does it not him, but like, does the situation stress the scenario?
Yeah.
Imagine how you're gonna feel with Reese and 2 little ones.
I know.
How are you gonna do it?
I don't know. Yesterday
there's only 2 of y'all.
Well, the wife has always kind of demoted, or I wouldn't say demoted. She hasn't been a big fan of vans.
Okay.
And yesterday we've been looking at them, so
they looked at it. Hey, listen though, I've heard that when you go to a van, you don't go back though.
And that's what we've heard too. I know when we went to Disney one time, I took a van. I said I'd drive this every day if I had the chance.
Well, when you and Cam would travel, you had that little black car that you didn't. It wasn't a van to anything. You don't care.
Nope.
I got some nuggets if you're ready to do it.
I'm ready. Trying to find. We're getting ready for
Just
Thomas
waiting.
Rhett. By the way, Thomas Rhett, so don't go away. Thomas Rhett tickets coming up in just a minute. But first, Knowledge Nuggets. What's going on today?
A survey. This is why I need hotkeys over here.
We really need
Let
to
me
work
start
on
it.
that.
I'll start it.
Okay.
A survey of 2,000 Americans found the average respondent only gets 9.5 hours per month to themselves. I agree. What a month? That's it. I probably between kids and schedules, and I get more than that, but it doesn't feel like it because when I don't have my kids, that's when I schedule all my appointments and my errands.
I wonder if they surveyed parents only or just a mixture of all.
A mixture, yeah.
Because with kids, I think it's different.
Yeah, because you're like...
You're with them, taking them places, doing stuff all the time.
Because you'll text me and be like, I'm bored.
Yeah.
What are y'all doing? Like, know, and I'm like, Barry, I'm drowning. There's so many kids here. Hell.
Like those without kids, like, well, I may have, but
like yours are grown.
But you have a lot more alone time.
You do,
sometimes I say I have too much alone time.
Yeah. I love my alone time. The survey revealed that parents value a lazy morning alone. I have not had that in, how old's Harlow? 10 years. I've not had a lazy morning alone ever in 10 years.
Yeah.
Value it at $325.
So that's what they would pay to have a lazy morning? Mm-hmm. $325. Wow.
Mm-hmm.
God,
would you pay that?
Probably not. I mean,
you just keep on the grind.
Yeah. That's a stretch.
Wow. How about would you pay $339 for an extra hour of sleep?
Pass.
No, because I have a chance to sleep, but my body just won't let me most of the time, or my brain.
I wouldn't pay $400.
No, I would not sleep then, knowing I just spent $400 for an hour of sleep.
I wouldn't say, hey, Mrs. C, if I dock my check this week, can I sleep in an extra hour every day?
Pass.
I don't think that's going to go over well.
That's like a whole 2 months worth of checks.
What about the sleep studies? Aren't those usually? Don't they have to wake you up, put you to sleep, wake you up? That'd be
horrible.
That'd be miserable.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, I have had we have gone over this. I've had 4 sleep studies done. It was a disaster. Barry, don't act like you don't know.
I know it's awful.
You were there.
Yeah.
Like, well, not at the sleep
not
study,
there,
but
no.
like
I kept
around.
waking you up.
No, you did not.
Get up.
Wake up.
Get up.
In the room next door.
That'd be weird.
Air horn. Time to get up.
No, but anyway, I'm gonna move on. At a movie theater, when you are sitting next to a stranger, which armrest is yours? Left or right?
Sitting.
That's tough.
I always go with my dominant hand, but there's left-handed people out there too.
Sure. So what if the stranger's on your right and you're sharing the armrest? Who's got the right to it? It's like a 4-way stop.
Why not just forget the armrest and wrap your arm around them?
Oh, that's right. Yeah, or sit in their lap and they'll move.
Then you'll have the whole seat beside you, but
You will.
open.
Just jump up in their lap and they'll get out of there.
Yeah, you might get the whole row eventually.
It's like a 4-way stop. Who has the right? I know there's some kind of formula, but I don't know. It's always whoever got there first.
Who goes right?
Yeah, who goes first?
Who drives first?
Yeah.
That's who goes.
Yeah.
Whoever goes.
Whoever goes.
And then you go in a little circle.
Well, I always think that people are trying to wave me through, but actually I'm just seeing the one finger hanging up as I'm going through.
And they're not waving to you.
So what about movie theater? Who, if the stranger's on your right, who gets to put their arm on the armrest? Do you
Me.
take turns?
The right, yeah.
Yeah. I say
whatever
right,
dominant.
too.
Yeah.
But what about for left-handed people?
That's too bad there's less of y'all out there.
Yeah, y'all are going to die sooner anyway. I think y'all got 4 years shorter to live than
that's true.
righties.
Studying.
You lefties, you
Yeah.
got 4 years shortcut.
That is awkward, though.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't know what their
I
correct
mean, it
answer
is, but I'm the awkward type of person that I'm going to address the awkwardness. If I'm having to sit that close to somebody at a theater, then the theater's probably packed. Because I go the opposite. If they're at the bottom already, I go at the top. If they're at the top already, I go in the bottom. If I'm like sitting in a theater that packed, I'm like, hey, is this mine or yours? You know, I just address it.
Do y'all shake hands with left-handed people?
I've never
Like left
have.
hand?
No.
If you know they're left-handed, do you shake with your left hand?
Not really.
What do they shake with?
They usually shake with their right.
That's weird. I've never thought about that.
I've done it a couple of times. If I know they're left-handed, I will reach
Does it
out my
shock
left
them?
hand. Yeah, they kind of.
Oh, yeah. Huh.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, all right. Well, thanks, Will.
There we go.
We've got to get busy because we have some concert tickets. We have Thomas Rhett tickets to give away, and we're giving you a chance to win a pair. He's going to be at the new Coca-Cola Amphitheater in Birmingham Friday night, June 27th. We're playing a game called Which Rear End Is That? We're playing the very end of a Thomas Rhett song. Be caller 10. Name the song. People